we now have question 9b. I've already done question 9a in the last video, so if you're not too sure what's going on, then head along to that video and have a look at the solution. But we're going to make use of this, what we got in 9a for doing 9b. Now the first word you will see is hence. That means that you must use the answer to part A in your part B. You must use a method which relies upon the last information, because you could solve this a different way, but that will cost you marks, because the question requires you to answer it a certain way, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now we have an equation which is unsolved, and if you ever get an equation that is unsolved, we derived this equation, the best thing to do is to solve it. So we haven't solved it yet, and we had to show that this equation holds. So the best thing we can do is write it out and go ahead and solve it. It's a fairly easy equation, but we can add 3p to both sides because we have a minus 3p on this side. So add 3p and we get 5p plus 5 equals 12. Taking away 5 from both sides is 5p, 7. Dividing by 5 gives you 7 over 5. And you're going to get the 2 points when you substitute 7 over 5 for p. You're going to get 2 points with exact values. We have to find the y-intercept, so what we need to know is, we need to know one of the 2 points, but we don't need to know both of those points. I will explain this in a second. I'm going to go with the point 82p, and I'm going to substitute the value for p into this. We get 8, and 2 times 7 over 5 is 14 over 5. Now this would get you 1 mark for being able to substitute into one of the points and for getting this. So all of this is 1 mark. There are 2 methods we can use to solve this. The first method is going to involve using the equation y equals mx plus c. We will use y equals mx plus c. So in this equation, m is the gradient and the gradient is 3, and we substitute the y and the x coordinate of a point on a straight line, and c is the y-intercept. So taking the point 8 to p, which we now have 8 and 14 over 5, we get the y coordinate is 14 over 5. The gradient is in the question, it's 3. Multiply it by 8. and plus c. C is the y-intercept. So what we then get is the y-intercept. Right, I'm jumping the gun. If you want to take 24 away from both sides, because this 3 times 8 is 24. So if you take away 24 from both sides, you get 14 over 5 minus 24. But we can write 24 as 5 times 24 is 120 over 5. And that gives you minus 106 over 5. I would give you the second mark for substituting into this, and the third mark would be for getting the point. The y-intercept is the point 0 minus 106 over 5. And that would be obviously mark number 3. I'm going to do method 2 now, and this one involves using the formula for a gradient. So m equals, well, we have the point 8 and 14 over 14 over 5, and the point, which is the y-intercept, because remember, the y-intercept is on the same line. By definition, it's on the line, and x is 0. Call the y coordinate c for reasons I've explained, and we then want to substitute these in. So that'd be 14 over 5. So you take one of the y coordinates minus the other, which is c, is the unknown. Then you take away the x coordinates. Now the 8 is the x coordinate corresponding to 14 over 5. So because we chose to do 14 over 5 first on the top, we have to then put 8 there. We could have put c minus 14 over 5, but because 0 is the x coordinate corresponding to y is c, you would have to then do 0 minus 8 on the bottom. You'd have to do it in the correct order. And the gradient in the question is 3. Multiply, that's the second mark. Well, we then get 14 over 5 minus c. The denominator is 8, so multiplying by 8 cancels out the denominator, and we multiply by 8 on both sides. And again, we got 120 over 5. And rearranging this, we get 140 is, 14 over 5 is 120 over 5 plus c. And if we then take away 120 from both sides, we get the same answer that we got the last time. So both methods do the job, and we get the point 0 and minus 106 over 5. again, and that would be the last mark. I hope you found this useful, this video. I know this one is again a very difficult question, but best of luck with the studying, and thank you once again for watching.